Hello. Today we'd like to talk to you about some of the benefits of the SAP Business Suite 7. They say that 2009 is going to be a very tough year economically, and we're seeing that already. Customers need to have insight into what's happening into the market and the ability to react very quickly to doing that. And the Business Suite 7 is the ideal software solution to help companies do that. What we'd like to do now is to take you through a little example about how in the retail industries Business Suite 7 can be used to identify opportunities as they happen and react very quickly to those changes. Imagine I'm a retail manager responsible for an area inside North America, let's say the Los Angeles area. What I can do here is get the insight about what is happening in my market. I can do that very simply by looking at my dashboard. I come in and the first thing I see in the morning is a dashboard. Here I've got all the salient information that I need about my market. I can see here the different shoppers, what segments they're in. I can see here my different campaigns, how they're running, and I can see revenue in all of the different areas that I'm responsible for. I can see here, obviously, there seems to be an issue here in this area, the Cerritos area here. I need to do something about that. Well, thanks to the open platform that the Business Suite offers, I can integrate third-party information very easily. And here I can see I've got an RSS feed coming in with some news. A competitor has exited that Cerritos market. So wouldn't it be great if I could use the Business Suite to grab that opportunity? I've identified that something's happened inside my business, and now I'm going to use the power of the Business Suite to identify an opportunity and grab it. So the first thing I'm going to do is have a look at that area. I'm going to look at a city map to have a look at that particular geographical location. And what happens now is information is pulled out of various systems, and I can see here we have a map showing the location of my stores. They're the good ones in blue, and the not so nice stores of our competitor that's gone out of business, which is shown here in red. The first thing I'd like to do is to understand what are the demographics of the area. Again, thanks to the open architecture of the Business Suite, I can bring in demographic area very simply from a third-party provider. And here you can see the zip codes are displayed here on the screen. And I'd like to do an analysis of which is the most attractive area for me inside this particular region. So what I can do here is do some analysis. Here I can see the median income of all households in that area, and I can see the zip code 90703 has got the highest median income. Obviously, I want to find an area that's got the most populous area, and I can do here then as a household analysis and see where are the most people actually located. And again, they're in area 90703. So that area 90703 looks pretty interesting. I think that's where I'm going to start doing a campaign. But the question is, before I do a campaign, can the store in that particular area handle the additional traffic that's going to come into that? Well, what I can do here is click here on this store and have an analysis of what's going on inside that store. And again, the Business Suite here shows its power. I'm pulling in information from a large number of different systems to give me exactly what I need. So I'm pulling in information from my sales database. I'm pulling in information from my real estate solution to show me how big the store is, how full capacity is it. I've got information here about my HR system showing my labor metrics as well. All of this information is displayed simply for me to consume on the graphic, and I can see very quickly this is a store that has excess capacity. I can start a marketing campaign in this region. I can even see that I know we have a distribution center close by, so if there are any hiccups in the actual supply chain, I can then even them out thanks to the proximity of that distribution center. I've actually prepared a campaign before. It's called the Welcome Campaign, and what I'm going to do now is start that campaign. So I simply call up that campaign on the screen. What we've done is we want to write to the residents of that 90703 zip code, offering them a discount. So what we've done is we prepared a welcome letter for them, information about what we do, and giving them a $25 coupon in order for them to be able to come straight into our store and not notice that our competitor has gone out of business. What I can do now then is simply start that campaign. I can then say start the campaign, and what happens now is the campaign is mailed out, and by clicking this button that whole process is now started. And what happens now, all of the information and all the letters are mailed out to those lucky residents of area 90703. So let's have a look. What type of result comes out from this marketing campaign? Obviously now we're going to take a little time break and we come back, let's say a week later, to see what the result of that campaign is. And here I come back into my overview and automatically everything is updated in the system. And here I can see as a result of that I have a large number of new shoppers going into my Choritos store. Good news for myself. We've identified an opportunity, we've reacted to it. But the story doesn't end there. Because of the integrated nature, the end-to-end scenarios that the Business Suite offers, any change in my supply chain is automatically noted by the system. And here I can see I have an alert here saying that there's a forecast deviation now. Because of the additional shoppers that come into the store, my supply chain is looking a little bit depleted. I need to do something about that. Well, obviously, supplier relationship management is integrated into the solution. So what I can simply do now is switch here into my supply chain view, and obviously I now see a view of my entire supply chain, where my distribution centers are, where the production takes place. I can zoom into that North American area that we were looking at before, and here I can see that distribution center we saw earlier on the map is here. And this is where the alert is. I can then call up the alert. I can hear that see that there's a forecast deviation. What I can then simply do is adjust the forecast. When I've adjusted the forecast, obviously then this alert will disappear. I'll just delete it for the time being. And then I come back here into my overview, and then obviously I just need to hit the refresh key, and then what will happen is the dashboard will be updated, and I can see here that the sales are still good, and the good news is that the forecast is now correct in all stores. So what have we seen here, ladies and gentlemen? We've seen an opportunity in the market caused by the difficulty of our competitor, how we've managed to identify that opportunity, and how using the Business Suite we've been able to react really quickly to take advantage of that. And obviously surviving in these difficult times is paramount to everybody. And thanks to the Business Suite, the end-to-end scenarios and the flexibility the software gives you, it's now easier than ever to make sure you can survive in these difficult times. Thank you very much.